Welcome. Going to go over some AI interfaces and showcase three different AIs today, different large language models. We're going to start with ChatGPT, since that was, I guess, what many would consider the original large language model that became popular very quickly, and folks started using it a lot, and so it's most likely the one you've heard of. And so we'll start with ChatGPT. You can Google it to get to this screen. ChatGPT.com is the URL, and essentially, if you have a free version, you're able to use it just like this as well. I do have a paid version. I pay for the plus version, so I have a little bit more bells and whistles, but I'll showcase a little bit of things here, and I'm going to have another lesson on kind of what pro or the pro versions will offer you and if it's worth your while. But ultimately, that'll be up to you to decide. So if you were using the free model, the free version, then most likely you're going to be using ChatGPT 4.0 Mini. So here you actually have the ability to change what model you're using of ChatGPT. You can think of models as just tailored versions of the AI that have been created by the OpenAI company that created ChatGPT. And it gives little examples of what these are. So obviously, O3 Mini High is great at coding and logic. O3 Mini is fast at advanced reasoning. ChatGPT or GPT 4.0 Mini is faster for most questions, so it's a smaller version of ChatGPT, and so it's a little bit faster when it thinks. So if I select this, it's the one that's going to use, and so it'll be similar to what you're seeing on your screen. You can create an account, and it will save your discussions over here on this bar. You can actually hide or open this sidebar, and it'll show your discussions down here that you've had with it if you create a free account. You can start a new chat over here, and let's quickly go through what this is right here. So this is where you're going to type in and ask it anything, ask your questions. And here is where you can actually upload files from your computer. You can upload pictures, Word documents, you can upload PowerPoints, you can upload scripts of code, anything, and ChatGPT will be able to then look at it, read it, understand it, and then answer questions based off of it. You can have it search the web by toggling this search. So it'll search the web and get updated information according to the internet. And so you can turn that on and off. You can have it deep research, where it's going to get very detailed with how it searches and the information that it finds. And you can see when I toggle this on, it's gonna, so it says right here, what are you working on, with the normal without deep research on. But if I toggle it on, it changes to what are you researching. So you can already see that ChatGPT is tailored for more deep research with this tool toggled. There is a create image where it'll draw images. You can have it do that as well, and then you just delete it if you don't want to do that. And then with 4.0, it actually has the canvas tool. So I changed the model here, and it gave me this canvas ability. You can think of a canvas as like a Word document almost that ChatGPT has access to, and it's where you and ChatGPT can work together and maybe write a essay or work on some code. And it's basically one document. You're making changes in it. You can tell ChatGPT to make changes in it, and it kind of like it says right here, collaborate on writing and code, basically collaborating with ChatGPT. So let's go back to 4.0 Mini. Here you can dictate. So if you have a microphone, you can actually talk into it with this toggled, and it'll write it out here. This is a use voice mode as well, where it's literally, you don't see any of the text. It's you talking to it, and it's talking back to you with a voice. And it's kind of like Iron Man and his AI. you're essentially working with ChatGPT and it's just talking back and forth with you. It does transcribe and save what you're talking about if you do have an account, but you don't see any of that. It's just a talking voice, essentially. So you're basically just talking to it, which is pretty cool. So let's quickly do a quick little test here. I'm going to go ahead and let's ask it something. So let's have it tell us when was the original idea of AI talked about. And it's going to think after we hit enter, of course. You can stop it while it's thinking. Like say you asked the wrong question or you wanted to give it a better question, you can actually stop it mid work and it'll allow you to write again. And so here it just splits us out a bunch of information. Looks like there was some ancient ideas of AI, early 20th century ideas, the Turing test, which you learned in the last lesson, and then of course, it gets more and more modern. 1956 Dartmouth Conference, I guess, is when they coined the word, artificial intelligence, the term. And so very cool. So you can keep talking to it. You can refine it. You can say, give me a little bit more information about the 1956 Dartmouth Conference, who all was there, and it'll give you more information. Anything and everything. You can have it write emails. The abilities are endless. So that's ChatGPT. I'm going to quickly stop there, and let's move on to another AI, which is Grok. And I'm going to go ahead and click back to so you can go to grok.com. This is the AI large language model that was built by Elon Musk and his company. And so it looks very similar, and it is. All the large language model AIs look very similar in their layout. You can change the models here. You can have it think, which is kind of like, it just, takes more time to really think through the answers before it gives them to you. You can have it deep search, which is kind of like the research tool of ChatGPT, and you can even have it deeper search. So it even does an even bigger extended search and more reasoning. You can also attach files from your computer. You can have it do research down here, create images, how to. These are kind of like the different models of Grok, like kind of just how it's been tailored to be like a how to, give you step by step when you ask it questions, or it has personas. And the cool thing is that Grok, even the free version, this is the free version, I don't pay for Grok. It has workspaces where you can actually, if you click this, you can actually add files. You can attach files to this workspace, and then every time you ask Grok about a question, it'll read through your files that you've attached and work through them with you. You can even instruct it to respond in a certain way, like always refer to me as Mr. Sir or something. Mr. Sir. And it will do that. You can save it, and then you can remove this workspace. It's kind of cool because you can keep these conversations, all the conversations you have with these files, it saves here, and it's basically like a little workspace that keeps it all. Maybe you're working on one project, and it's very, very useful for that. So I wanted to show one other thing here. I guess I can just ask it here. What sports do you think I should get into? I don't know. Let's just ask it a random question. See how it says Mr. Sir. So it takes what I tailored it to, and you can tailor it to pretend, be a doctor or be, whatever you want to tailor it to, and it's going to try to imitate whatever that is. So in my case, I just had it refer to me as a different name, which is fine, Mr. Sir. And, it's telling me what sport I should choose, which is great. And then one more AI I wanted to show is Gemini. So this is Google's AI. And the cool thing about Gemini is you can log in with the free version, and you can connect it to your Google Documents, your Google Docs, your Google Sheets. If you use any Google platform to do writing, or it's Excel, it's Sheets platform, you can connect your Google Drive to this AI, and it will be able to find information from your drive, from the files that are in there, and you can collaborate with the files within your drive. Very cool ability there with Google. Of course, Google makes Gemini, hence why you can connect it to your Google Drive. And so you can see very similar things, has a deep research, has a canvas like ChatGPT, use a microphone to dictate. You can add files. Of course, it does have an advanced version as well. And, it has different gems, which are kind of like the personas of, Gemini. So you can have it be a chess champ or a career guide or a coding partner. And it also saves your chats, and it has new chats, and you can choose the different versions here as well as upgrade. So with that, I'm going to stop today. Thank you for listening. This is introduction into AI interfaces, and I hope you learned something new. Thank you.